Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Mark Isaac Potter Presents. Today we're visiting with the remarkable Geordan Waldman, who I heard was one of the people who helped design the Eiffel Tower. So we'll find out more about him. The rumor is that he has some kind of a business. This is what I've heard. I don't remember if it's pizza delivery or what, but he's going to tell us more about it.
Uh,
Jordan, welcome to the show.
Thanks for
You
having
can
me on,
see that
Mark.
you can see that I act a little nutty in the show. It's part of my brand.
Keeps
Uh,
things
tell
interesting.
tell us about yourself as a person, first of all, if you would. Usually, whatever you want, but typically I suggest where you grew up or your educational experience and that kind of thing.
Okay, sure. I was born in Nevada, moved to Colorado when I was
Okay.
3. Uh, Grew up in the Springs for most of my childhood, and then moved out to California in 2010. I've been in the Thousand Oaks area since then.
Okay.
Um, got a bachelor's degree in applied physics at CSUCI in
Ooh.
Camarillo.
Maybe you're not supposed to be on this show. I don't know. You're probably too smart for this. Oh well. Too late
Nah.
now. Go ahead.
While I was at CSUCI, I did an internship at CERN, which is the Large Hadron Collider in
Seriously, CERN.
seriously CERN. It's the
Oh my God. I'll
most
call this the Higgs
successful.
boson show here.
Yeah, I was working on a theory of multi-Higgs. After the Higgs was discovered, there was potentially a theory that there was multiple energy levels for a Higgs boson that gave different particles different kinds of mass. So we were looking
Wow.
into that, and I was interning there for a bit. Got out of school, and was immediately recruited by a company to do programming for a Navy contractor. I
Okay.
did not really love waking up before the sun, heading to
Mm.
work, working in a windowless room from sun up till sundown, and leaving once the sun was down. So doing that day in and day out, not seeing the sun, kind of killed me. So I jumped out of that. Did some web design, was also managing my company or my family's business. We have an in-home personal training company that specializes in seniors and fall prevention and longevity through exercise.
Good.
A- And I was managing that for a while. COVID hit and needed something to do to make ends meet because no one was having uh,
That,
personal
that stuff
trainers
done.
in their
Right.
home during the
Right.
pandemic, understandably. So
Right.
jumped into
Right.
the mortgage space. Ended up also getting a master's in gerontology, the study of human aging.
Oh
So it
my goodness.
focuses on
How cool is that?
the
Jesus.
physiological and mental aspects of age and change, but also the socioeconomic factors that people face as they age and prepare for retirement and the stages that people go through. And then most recently, I got a certification as a liability advisor, which allows me to use mortgages and the analytical side from my physics and the retirement planning side from gerontology and wrap it into one neat little package that helps me help people save money, retire debt free, and kind of set up their foundation of wealth building by
Oh,
reducing those debts that they've signed up for through the course of their life.
wow. That's a very stunning and beautiful. Gosh, I'm nonplussed here. Pretty cool. Hey, okay. So someday we'll have to do a show about your family's business too, if you want. But
Sure.
this thing that you're doing now is a kind of an investment. What would you call it?
Well, think of me a little like a financial advisor, but instead of managing those assets and the ways cash flow gets invested, I look at the way cash flow gets tied up in things like your mortgage, your credit card bills, car payments, personal loans. I basically help people leverage the equity in their property to repackage those so that they're reducing that month-to-month expense going to those debts so they have more cash flow at the end of their month. I help people pay off their mortgage much more efficiently. We have unique tools that allows people to pay off their mortgage in 5 to 12 years and save hundreds of thousands of dollars for those that qualify, and
Yeah.
basically turns their house into a tool for them rather than just kind of this cloud over their head that they've got to
Yeah,
make their mortgage
a
payment
burden.
rain or shine.
Yeah. Yeah.
It really adds to that safety and flexibility that turns your house kind of into your own bank.
Well, it seems like a unique approach to the financial world. I've had some people on, as you might guess, about different parts. Do you have your own company? Do you work for a company?
I work for Geneva Financial. We're a mortgage bank. We're in 49 of the 50 states. The only state we're not in is in New York. New York.
Okay.
The lending laws are just a little complicated, and so the
Yeah,
company
yeah.
decided
Okay.
49 of the 50 is probably close enough.
Good enough.
98%, I think we can handle the rest.
So it's called Geneva Financial
Hmm.
Consulting, or
It's an LLC. It's a mortgage bank. We have basically every mortgage solution you might possibly need, from HELOCs to hedge fund money. We help
oh,
investors do portfolio loans so they can um, do fix and flips or fix and holds.
wow,
We
really?
have some commercial lending options. We kind of run the
Oh,
gambit so that
wow.
you get you get a
Give
lot of
us
options.
some. Give us your preferred contact information verbally. So during the course of the show, if someone wants to hear it, it'll also be in the description box of the YouTube. But tell us verbally some whatever.
Sure.
Yeah.
The best way to reach out to me, you can use my phone number, 805 368 3477. That's
Okay.
probably the best phone number to reach me. My email is gwaldman, WALDMAN, at Geneva, GENEVAFI.com.
Okay, and if you could slowly repeat each of those, that would be very nice, if you
Sure.
don't mind.
Phone number again, 805 368 3477. Email, G as in George, Waldman, WALD as in David, MAN, at Geneva, GENEVA, FI.com.
Very nice. Thank you so much. I certainly hope we do more shows because you seem like a very honorable young man and obviously very well educated. So
Do my best on both fronts.
yeah. What would you give as an example of a person that well, there's a couple questions I usually ask, but we don't have to do them all today. One of them is what brought you to do financial services for people? You were in these other situations, the Navy and all that stuff. What brought you to do this instead, or how would you verbalize that?
I've always been driven to help people, whether that's,
Okay.
I mean, from a young age, I was tutoring my peers, so I enjoyed the education aspects. Um, through the fitness business, we were able to help people physically by helping them reclaim their health, reclaim that wellness, um, ability to maintain that autonomy. And then in the finance space, I was helping people with mortgages, but it just didn't feel like I was going far enough. I felt like I could be more of an advisor to people by really helping them structure their finances. There's so many people, whether they're in the insurance space or the financial investing space, that handle the investments and the cash flow that you have at the end of your month that you put towards those investments.
Hmm.
But very few people could help with the debt consolidation side, especially the mortgage. I mean,
Hmm.
you'll have people that will help with some of the debt consolidation. They may get you into personal loan or maybe a uh,
credit cards or something.
yeah,
Yeah.
get you some budgeting strategies. But your home, your mortgage, is the biggest debt that people sign up for, and it's the one that you sign up for the longest. And so
Mhm.
by managing little changes with that, you can save a lot of money over the long run. And
Okay.
so this was a phenomenal way to help people get to those next stages. And then we saw this unique loan called the Home Select. And the first time I saw it, I was blown away by it. It allowed people to accelerate that mortgage payoff very quickly. And I saw it and I'm like, wow, this is going to change my generation, millennials' ability to get into their own next life stages of paying off that mortgage quickly, getting into investments, potentially helping
Right.
their kids through college.
Right.
And so that alone changed my trajectory to moving back into the financial space to be able to help people change their financial futures.
Okay. Very, very nice. So, another thing I like to ask people, and I probably should have the sense to ask this before the show, but I'll just proceed to possibly embarrass you. I don't know.
Embarrass me, blindside me, it's
Do,
all good.
do you I do a lot of work with nonprofits, and if you, by the way, if you have a one that you is close to your heart, have me do a show with them. But uh, do you in your day-to-day life do any volunteerism or not really?
I'm looking for more opportunities. I am part of we're the in the faculty of uh, the National Institute of Financial Education, which is a nonprofit
Okay.
that does education, webinars, seminars for financial education, specifically around liability or debt management and
Very nice.
mortgages and homes. But
Okay.
I am looking for more opportunities to get into volunteer work. We were talking about maybe starting our own nonprofit for the fitness side and be able to help more seniors because personal training itself is kind of a luxury
Yeah. Well.
service. A lot of people, unless you have decent income,
Yeah.
can
No,
be
it's
hard
true.
to afford. So we're talking about maybe launching a nonprofit, getting some grant funding for that. That
You
would,
and your family, you're saying, or
yeah, we've been talking about that for the last few months on if
okay.
that's an
Well,
option
that's
to
very
pursue.
nice. All right. Well, I'm gonna wrap just because it'll be a shorter show. Maybe people will watch to the end, but I really would like you to come on again. And what I'd like to do next time, I'm using this as kind of a teaser for the viewers, is let's pick some tiny aspect of what you're doing, whichever one you want, and say more about that piece.
Okay.
And then we'll do a show every 4 to 6 weeks, and with each one, we'll do a different piece, whatever you pick. Does that sound okay or not really?
Yeah, that sounds great.
All right, folks. So you've been visiting with the ever lovely Geordan Waldman. I usually make jokes at this point, but he's so far above my educational level that I'm not going to even make jokes about that. So I'm
Doesn't mean I'm
stunned.
not a joke.
What'd you say?
I said it doesn't mean I'm not a joke.
I didn't say no. Don't do that. I got lots of jokes. When you were talking about people being healthy, I was gonna say I can barely lift a bologna sandwich. So that was
I got to do those repeated curls to finish the sandwich, though. So at least each time you take a bite, it's a little lighter.
yes. I've heard that. I have to go. I think I'll retest that today. Yeah. No, it's really an honor to have you on the show, and it does a lot for my show. I think and I think he'll be a popular guest. So just take care, and we'll see you in a few weeks. Folks, this has been Mark Isaac Putter Presents, and we'll see you next time. You folks know I always turn my head when I turn off the recording because I have a monitor over here. Jordan, thank you so much.
Thank you for your time, Mark.
Take care. Bye
Pleasure
bye.
being on your show.
Yes, sir.